Hey guys, JD here. Let's look at this strength meter. Ooh, euro is weak today. Euro is weak, dollar is weak. There we go. Got our targets. Let's get it together here. Euro CAD, euro is weak. Man, we don't have a lot of all the yen. That's gonna be interesting. Oh, I don't have a lot of options today. Whoa. What's going on in this Euro CAD? Whoa. This is actually right here a high, push down, lower high, huge leg down. Let's see exactly how strong the CAD is. And it's okay. It's stronger than the euro, but it ain't a big difference there. But this is definitely a bottom. Is the problem. We're going right into the lows. I would actually need to see this break lower here. That's a little bit too risky. This is the bottom. Can't do it. All right, got trend down, trend break, retest new low. Trend up. Look at this, trend down, trend break, retest new low. This thing really might be headed up. Let's see what's going on here. AUD is very strong, so is the yen. Everything is matched out here today, but I like the fact that we should get another leg of this distance. We got a trend up, 2 legs back. This is another leg up. But the problem is this is push down first. Let's see. Push down first entry. Push down the second entry long is here. 1, 2 would have barely lost. So I have to wait. Right now this is no setup. Here's the low, push up. Now this can make the higher low right here though. We actually want this to close like it is. Okay, now we want to see a push up. Then we'll have a low, push up, higher low entry. See if we get that. Got it. All right, so now we have a low, push up, higher low, very big, beautiful signal candle. We got targets of here and here. It's go time. 3 minutes. All right, make sure we locked and loaded. Let's go. All right. Hopefully we're coming to test here and make another leg of this distance right here to start heading up. And this trend currency meter, let's refresh. It'd be great if the yen was, I was just about to say, it would be great if the yen lost a peg, and it did. Wow. Okay, let's go. Come on, Audi, let's go. Let's go, Audi. I'm contemplating hitting the double up button because I'm getting another low, push up, higher low. Okay, that's off the table. It was the thought. Seeing this big candle rejection right here is not what we wanted to see. Least close green. Push up, push up, push up, push up. Okay, we got the green close. So we just need one more little push here. Come on, one more little push. Come on, Audi. There you go, Audi. There you go, Audi. I actually wouldn't mind if it just stayed right here, because I don't want to try to test that top again and find more resistance. If it just does nothing, this is one of those, hey, do nothing, just relax type of candles. Oh, we broke it. Okay, good push. Good push. So that double up. Well, let's count it down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Say it with me.
Easy money.
We'll wait for another entry. Okay, so we are getting a high push up, lower high coming out of the sweet spot now. We can see we had a trend up, 2 legs back, retest a new high. So that up market cycle that we took earlier is over. Let's go short. We're in. Ooh, terrible gap on us. That was one time we shouldn't have hit the button too soon. Hopefully it does not matter. And we can see some yen strength here for a few bars. Let's check the meter. Not much has changed. They're still pretty close. So we are dependent on price action. And we need to see some rejection here. Close on your low, close on your low, close on your low, close on your low, close on your low. All right, we take it, final candle. We just need to push through the EMA here. We don't want it to bounce. We just want to push through the EMA and hold on. All right, we got the push through. We just need to hold on for 40 seconds. This will be great chart reading because we just went long on this pair. Ooh, oh yeah, push through, push through. I see you sellers. Come on, yen. Hold on, yen. Hold on, yen. 24 seconds. Hold on, yen. Push down. Stay on the other side of that EMA for me. Oh, come on, yen strength. Hold on, yen strength. 10 seconds. Hold on, yen strength. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. For a great day, a great week. 4, 3, 2, 1. Say it with me.
Easy money.
Great price chart reading. Price chart reading. Had to trend down. 1, 2 legs up. Even that 2 legs up. Look at this. 2 legs down. Then 1 leg, 2 legs up to a new high. Perfect price action. Perfect high, lower high entry. Looked bad, but came back for the win. Perfect price action. Hey guys, how's it going? JD here. Now, in times past, I have repeatedly said that the second entry setup is like one of the highest probability setups, and it is. You know, when done correctly, that setup can probably win at 80-90% depending on the market you're in, depending on what your target is. So the second entry is a great way to make money. But honestly, my preference, my favorite trade that makes me money nearly every day, that I probably make money on every day, is the higher low or lower high setup. All right, this is a very profitable setup, and the advantage it has over like second entries is that it comes after the second entry. So what I mean by that is many times the second entry setup is the first setup that's showing you a reverse in the market, right? But you can get caught on that sometimes. Sometimes it's not about the reverse yet, you know, because second entries have to be taken in the right spot for sure. You know, if we're already trending and they're coming off the EMA, you know, great, it's probably going to work. But if it's kind of a reversal second entry, yeah, you know, so you have to know what you're doing with second entries. But the thing about taking a higher low or lower high setup is that it's already come after the second entry many times. So what I mean by that is that the second entry has worked. You know, we are headed in the new direction, and then the higher low comes. So the higher low is kind of more of a confirmation setup. So you can have a little bit more confidence when you're taking it. Also, in my opinion, from my trading, it's probably winning at just about the same clip as the second entries. It really does. I'm pretty sure I take this trade every day, because second entries also don't come around as much as a higher low or lower high, especially once you start trending. Once you start trending, you're going to get a whole bunch of higher lows, lower highs, back to back to back. Now, some of them could be considered first entries. Okay, so you have to know that you're in the flow. You have to know that the market is trending. You know, you have to have some other things to go along with it. You don't just take every higher low or lower high that comes around. But when you're just talking about a high probability setup that you're going to get a ton of them, opportunities every day, the higher low, lower high setup is where it's at. And so if you, from the intro today, the first trade we took was a higher low. All right. And we waited for a good signal candle. Worked, right? On that same pair, we took a lower high, same result. All right. But now for me to have pulled that off, though, I was reading the price action. Okay. I was in tune with the market. I was reading the price action. We're going to do a work study lesson today where I go over what I was seeing a little deeper. All right. But because I was reading the price action, because I understand the market cycle, because I understand the rule of two, because I understand how to read a price chart, I was able to take advantage of the lower high setup and the higher low setup. Right. So, you know, trading has a lot of variables, right? You got to practice so that you can put everything together at the right time, and your timing got to be right, because just because you get a higher low or lower high setup doesn't mean you take it, right? You still have to have that last piece, which is a good signal candle, right? And so in the intro today, we had good signal candles on both entries. Both of them worked. Just another example of the higher low, lower high setup working. All right. But in trading, I keep saying this over and over again. You only need one setup. You only need one. So if you find something that just really speaks to you, stick to it. And so like in my case, the higher low, lower high, it really, when I was struggling to trade, it many times was the only trade that I would take that was working for me. I mean, I was taking second entries, but sometimes I was just over trading. It was a lot of other reasons why. You know, sometimes I was in the beginning, things just wasn't working out for me. It was more about discipline and taking bad signal candles and counter trend trading, you know, all the no stuff. Right. But even when I was doing all that terrible stuff, I still remember higher lows working. It was like the one trade that I could do right out the gate. And that's just how it was for my journey. And it got to the point that when I taught my wife how to take the higher low setup, that's all she would take. I mean, that is absolutely all she would take, to the point that we now call it the wifey trade. All right. And I'm not even talking about going both ways. She would only go long. All right. So that means she will only take the higher low. So like you had a low, then you get a higher low, then you get a signal candle, meaning that we're probably going to continue to go up. That's the only trade she would take. She wouldn't even take it going short, which is a lower high, where you get a high, then a lower high, then a signal candle down. She wouldn't even take that, even though it's really the same trade. It's just in the opposite direction. That's how focused she was, that she would only take the higher low. And man, she made a living just taking higher low setups, to the point where she stole the trade from me. And then I started calling it wifey's trade. But I put her up on it, though, just for the record. Just let the record state, I put wifey up on that trade. But she stuck to it and made money only taking that one setup. So again, I say you only need one setup, right? And this one that we're gonna go into in this work study today is one you may want to really take a good gander at. If it speaks to you, all right, if you take it and you win it, and you kind of like, hey, I think I can spot these, because they're kind of easy to spot and out in the wild. If you can spot it and you get that good signal candle, and the reason it's easy to spot is because you can even do it with color code, right? It's as simple as this. It's as simple as this. Try this for your trading day, your next trading day. Wait for prices to get above the EMA. If you see a green, red, green, and that last green breaks higher than everything else, go with it. Go with it. That's the higher low setup. And it's easier to see. It's a color code. If we're coming short, if you see red, green, red, and this red drops lower than everything to the left, take it. Take it. Easy money. All right. So this is why the higher low, lower high setup is an easy trade setup, because you can just, it's two above the EMA, green, red, green, under the EMA, red, green, red. It's a color coded setup, right? If you just get those colors lined up like that, and that third candle, if we're going up, breaks higher than everything to the left. If we're coming down, breaks lower than everything to the left. Easy money. Take it. Especially if it's off the EMA, because it checks all the boxes. It checks all the boxes. Because your best entries, I ain't said this in a while, your best entries are on, off, or around the 21 EMA. All right. So when you wait for this to happen, first of all, more than likely prices have already started to reverse and got above the EMA. That's a clear sign that the trend is going to continue, right? Then when you get the green, tried to pull back, but failed again, that's like probably going to be a second entry short failure. And then you get that next green up to close it higher than everything to the left. Take it. Easy money. It's a color coded setup, and I'm telling you, it works at a high clip. You can take it at 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes if you're in binary options. If you're talking about futures, if you want a 1 point scalp, if you're trying to get a 1 point scalp, you're gonna be out of that trade 10, 15 seconds, man. I'm trying to tell you what, that's a great setup for a 1 point scalp in the futures market. I mean, so hey, if you're in binary options, like 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it's probably gonna work. And if you're in futures and you're just scalping, the higher low, lower high setup is a great setup for a 1 point scalp. Grab if you're looking for a scalper's profit, that the higher low, lower high setup will get you that 1 point. All right. So we're gonna go over to the charts and we're gonna look at the intro today. All right. Because not only did I take higher low, lower high setups, I was reading that price chart today. All right. So we need to go over this one so you guys can see what I was seeing. All right. Let's go to the charts. All right, guys, we're on the charts. I'm just gonna do this from a screenshot today so I can draw real quick. So when I came into the market, we had this action going on. We had this trend down, had this trend break, and kind of tried to retest a new low and it came up short. All right. So that's what I'm initially seeing in the market. Let me show you what else I'm seeing. I'm also seeing that we had a nice trend up here. All right. Then we had 1, 2 legs back. All right. So when I came into the market, prices was like right in this area. You know, it was on this bar or this bar or this bar. It was somewhere in here. So what I'm thinking is, because the market moves in twos, I'm thinking we're going to get another leg like this. When we're still down here, under here, let me clear some of this out. When prices are still under here, I'm expecting another leg like this. All right. So, and look at that. We got it. I bet if I measured that, that'd be pretty much to the tick, right? So since I'm reading the price action, I'm expecting another leg. Now, I do know that the dominant trend is down. All right. I understand that. But we just had an attempt to go lower that failed. Okay. And I see currently we're kind of pushing up. All right. I believe I checked the strength currency meter too. This was the Audi yen, and they were pretty close to equal. So nobody really had an advantage. That's why we actually got perfect price action here. But I'm looking for this leg up, right? I'm expecting that. So what I want to do is I want to take a second entry or higher low. Now here's the second entry. As I was discussing earlier, those second entries come at kind of the first trade of the reversal. And it's really right here from this high, push down, first entry, push down. This candle right here is kind of the second entry. And this is why the second entry could be dangerous in this situation, because it's not like it pushed all the way up and got above this candle, which is what you really would want it to do. But a lot of people would say that this is probably going to be a second entry when they see all this rejection here and that beautiful hammer up, you go right there. But 1, 2, 3, 3 minutes, that loses. 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you win. But at 3 minutes, that loses. So that's the problem with taking the second entry in this case. But as I was saying a minute ago, if you wait to see if the second entry works and then take a higher low, you kind of have more confidence because the second entry has already worked. And in this case, you know, 3 minutes didn't work, but 5 would have worked. So if you wait for the lower high, so where's the lower high? Excuse me, where's the higher low? It's right here. Here's a low. Okay. Here's a higher low. That's the setup. So that's the setup, but you can't go yet. You have to get a signal candle, right, that breaks higher than the bar to the left. That's the go signal. Here it was right here. I mean, this boy was beautiful as far as the signal candle go. As far as the signal candle goes, that's exactly how you want it to be. It opened up, couldn't even go one tick lower, right? So it's got the flat bottom, shot up and closed on this top, flat top, beautiful signal candle, right? That's the sign that prices are going to keep moving up. You know what I'm saying? So that was the sign that we were going to keep moving up like this. It was right there. So this here, now this one isn't wifey's trade. Wifey's trade would be where you get like, it would kind of be this green, this red, and this green, but this signal candle dudded out on us. That would be more wifey's trade when it happens above the 21 EMA. So when it happens above the 21 EMA, I believe it works a little bit better. This one I took here works at a high clip too. But if you want to catch a perfect one, it's kind of when it happens above the 21 EMA. Actually, it's one sitting right here. This one right here. Green, red, broke lower, couldn't stay lower. Right there. Came up. Now it didn't close higher than the one to the left, but it's still here's a low. This is a higher low, and it's happening above the 21 EMA. And the best entries are on, off, or around the 21 EMA. You go right here, 1, 2, 3. That's basically a home run. So that's the higher low that happens above the EMA. All right. So I like that one too. That's the one we actually call wifey's trade. This one is the one I probably think I'll probably take more because I'm impatient. But I like this low, higher low, boom. But that's a great setup right there. That's a great setup right there. And as I was saying earlier, you get more of these. They just happen more often than second entries. So you get actually more trading opportunities when you look for higher lows or lower highs. So let's continue on with this price action. So remember, we know that the dominant trend is down. We know that the dominant trend is down. So after I get this trend up, trend break, retest a new high, this was the high. Let me clear this up. This was the high. Now this is the new high. Guess what? Now I know that this market cycle is over. See, you have to always be reading the price chart. I'm always reading the price chart. So now I know that this market cycle is over. So me knowing that this is the dominant trend, I threw a fib on this boy. Got this sweet spot area right here. This is 618. This is 50%. This is what I call the sweet spot area. I got that sweet spot area, and now I'm looking for any way to go short. Okay. Now, from here, push up, first entry, push up, second entry. Here's your second entry short, and it works. 1, 2, 3, you would have won. So that's your second entry short. So again, the higher low or lower high. In this case, the lower high normally comes right after a second entry works. So here's the high. Here's the lower high. And what kind of signal candle do we get, people? A beauty right here. Bang. There's your signal candle. Breaks lower than everything to the left. You go right there. What's the result? 1, 2, 3. Now, did it scare us? Yes, it scared us. That first candle that went back on us was pretty rough. Also, I snuck in. I went in. I didn't wait for the candle to close. I went in with 2 seconds. I went in 2 seconds early, and that could have cost me. You know, it didn't in this case, but that little mistake, that was a mistake. Okay. Wait for the candle to close. I broke a trading rule on that. Luckily, I didn't have to pay for it, but I want you guys to trade the right way, and the right way is to wait for the candle to close. Okay. Because if I had to wait for the candle to close, my entry would have been up here, rather than down here. All right. And in binary options, that makes a difference. You know what I'm saying? That can really make a difference. But in this case, the lower high worked beautifully and it was off to the races. And it didn't made another one, actually. Even if you didn't like this one for whatever reason, you really could have went again here high. You could have said that was a high, lower high, and you could have went right here. Boom. And you also have the red, green, red again. And 1, 2, 3. That one would have been a home run. So either one, again, these happen, excuse me, these happen more often than the second entries. So there it is. That was my trading day. I was 2 and done, easy day. Finished up a great week. And when I look back over my trades for this week, I took a lot of lower highs, higher lows. Like I may have only taken 1 or 2 second entries, and they worked. So I'm not saying second entries are not a high probability to trade. Don't get me wrong. JD did not say second entries aren't good trades. They're excellent trades. I'm just putting you up on the higher low, lower highs today. All right. Cause they are, excellent setups also. And they have they have a piece of safety in them, because if the second entry has worked, that means that we're probably about to start trending. And that, especially that first high level you probably get 3 to 4 of them in a row. The first 2 have the best chance of winning. Let me say that. Many times you get 4 or 5 of these. You might get 4 or 5 of these in a row, but the first 2 that's around the 21 EMA. Matter of fact, I love it when you get one that's under the 21 EMA, and then you get that other one that's above the 21 EMA. That's how I go 2-0 a lot, real easy. I have real short trading days, just trying to get my 2 net wins, because I take that first higher low under the EMA, then I take the second one above the EMA, and that makes for a very short trading day. All right. So that's going to wrap it up for me today. I hope you enjoyed this one. This is a great time to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. And my name is JD. And as always, I wish you increase on the sudden. Bye-bye. The great Jim Rohn said, don't be lazy in learning. Check this video out right here.